Hey guys, so I just want to do a quick video. There's one of our viewers that is doing a lot of fasting as well as primarily eating meat and eggs between the fast to lose weight, going from completely pretty much a processed diet to intermittent fasting for sure, but some extending fast. Haven't spoken to know exactly how long. Is it 2-3 days between refeedings? The person has a lot of weight to lose, so there's no problem with extended fasts. If you're doing an extended fast, I do suggest don't avoid salt completely. Have a little bit of salt. You don't need to do much. As well as when they call it a water fast, drink when you're thirsty. Do not over drink and think like, oh, I'm purifying myself and I need to flush out my system. If you're doing an extended fast, mineral balance is important, and overdoing water, your body will have a diuretic effect, will urinate more, and more electrolytes will leave that way. So you're not doing yourself any favor. Extended fast, mostly salt. If you're comfortable, you want to do magnesium, potassium, and salt, go ahead. Just give me a sec. Sorry about that. I'm in a closed section that needs to be renovated in the ICU. So if I'm on a break, I'll come here and hide because really they're not using this area at all. But somebody just passed by with those cleaning Zamboni machines and it was making a lot of noise. So I just had to press pause momentarily. So we're talking about fast. Don't overdo it with the water. Have a little bit of salt every day if you're doing an extended fast. And you could see if you're taking magnesium sulfate, it might prevent your eye from twitching or Charlie horses during the extended fast. And there's a sodium potassium pump, so I think that if you replenish sodium, have a little bit of no salt. They have a no salt that is actually potassium, or you can get like a potassium supplement. Not a fan of supplements, don't like supplements, but in this case, unfortunately, I'm going against what I believe in. I suggest if you would like to have supplements. There's also so the cleaning aspect, the healing aspect. It doesn't have to do with water. If you're drinking when you're thirsty and a normal amount of water, it will flush whatever is there and needs to be filtered out. The healing and cleaning process is not the excessive flushing of your body with excessive drinking of water. It has to do with autophagy, which is a mechanism that I encourage you to look up. Autophagy. Okay, I've done some videos on it, and it is a self-running physiological healing process that occurs when we stop consuming food and enter a fasted state. So the video actually primarily is based on a question that this person is becoming frustrated because they're fasting, let's say, and they're weighing themselves. I'm pretty sure they're weighing themselves maybe every day, and that can lead to some frustration because there will be fluctuations on a daily basis. I weigh myself too daily, but I don't get upset if there's like a 3-day. I find that if you look, my weight loss, it will trend downwards, right? But it goes up and down. It's not like a smooth like thing. Sometimes I'm like, what the hell? I just put on 5 pounds. And then, I'm like, why am I 3 pounds? And then all of a sudden within 2 days, I drop like below where I had been. So there's going to be fluctuations. One of the major reasons that you might have pretty impressive fluctuations in weight, up to 7 pounds, up to 15 pounds, is because of glycogen. Okay, glycogen is a way of storing glucose, which is energy, for when the body needs it, and that's primarily in muscles, and you have a reserve in your liver so that when you need it, it's available. But when sugar, glucose is stored in these reservoirs, it is attached to water. Therefore, as you're fasting, you will naturally go through that probably everyone within 48 hours, probably less, 24 hours, 36. And if you're active that day, you'll go through it much faster. It could be after the exercise session. You will be depleted of glycogen because you have used the glucose, and that water has been put into the bloodstream, and that excess water has been peed out. And water holds a lot of weight, you know? So you're holding a lot of water, and now you're losing a lot of water, and that's going to cause fluctuations in your weight. So when I do a fast, let's say a 5-day fast, I lose 10 pounds. When I start refeeding, I put on 7 pounds, and therefore I know in 5 days I've lost actually 3 pounds of actual fat. Okay, so yeah, so do not be frustrated with these fluctuations. A lot of obese people might have a decent amount of muscle underneath there. It's not showing up because it's covered by the body fat, but some of these fat people, okay, might have a decent amount of muscle, and therefore they could have, you know, more than 7 pounds. This person's complaining about 7 pounds, getting frustrated about that, but we know that there are as well, sorry, somebody was coming. There's hockey players. They can lose 10 pounds during one hockey game. Did they lose 20 pounds of fat in an hour? Or whatever, 2 hours, whatever the duration of a hockey game is? No, they were fully stored up with glycogen. All of the glycogen was filled up. They have a large amount of muscle, so that water capacity and that glycogen capacity is quite larger, much larger than me. And they can have fluctuations of 20 pounds. So if this person was in your situation and you're getting frustrated about 7 pounds, well, imagine 20 pounds. So do not look at the daily fluctuations, look at week per week. You can measure yourself, but don't get frustrated with the fluctuations. One other aspect, this person's eating meat and eggs when during their refeeding between their fasting periods. So we have high quality animal protein, complete proteins with all the amino acids for muscle synthesis. You have the essential omegas, the 3s and 6, probably in a much better balance because you're avoiding all the seed oils from stopping with the junk food. And what this will also do is that you're supplying a lot more material that your body physically needs to reconstruct and maintain itself. So now you went from junk food and processed food, which is usually very low and low in protein, lots of grains and all sorts of carbohydrates and stuff like that. So you're supplying usually, and especially in processed food, a crap load of energy with not much substance. So now that you're eating eggs and meat during your refeeding, your body composition may improve. You may, without even exercising initially, just changing because the diet was so bad for maintaining physically your body, that you might have a better body composition. As you're losing fat, you're going to lose weight. But as you increase muscle, you'll hold more water, so then you'll increase weight. So sometimes you might start increasing weight and you're getting frustrated, but it has nothing to do with fat gain. It actually has to do with something good, that you're actually improving your body composition and your fat to muscle ratio. What else is there to say? So because of that, it's possibly a good idea, and it's fun to do, to measure your arms. People often do that with weight training. So you can just maybe measure your waist and measure your thighs. And because we usually have a decent amount of fat in our thighs too if we're big. So just keeping an eye maybe on the circumference of your thigh as well as your waist and maybe your chest. And that that would be interesting, because you might start seeing that these things are improving on the measuring, and then the weight is giving you an opposite impression. So anyways, I hope that helps. Please don't get frustrated. There are going to be fluctuations, and I hope I explained why. Just keep on doing what you're doing. You're doing great. All right. God bless. Love you all. Bye.